name is Dr. Joni Ricks-Oddie. I am a resident of North Long Beach, specifically the 9th District here in Long Beach. I live in the Deforest Park Neighborhood. I am part of the Deforest Park Neighborhood Association. I'm also on the board for the Uptown Business Improvement District, and we are actually in part of the Business Improvement District right now. So here on Artesia Boulevard between Orange and Atlantic, I am also a planning commissioner, and I love my community. As I look at the improvements that have happened in North Long Beach over the last, say, 4 to 5 years, I've seen a lot of really positive changes. I've seen the growth of the neighborhood associations and their concern and organization as well around just improvements along our corridors, improvements for our open space, and just a lot of attention towards the new developments that are coming, the appreciation for things like the bike lanes that we have seen get put in, and just the facade improvements to a lot of our businesses, the additional support to a lot of our businesses. All of those things give me a very hopeful future for our area here in North Long Beach. So we have a couple of social media outlets here in North Long Beach, so including like North Long Beach News that's on Facebook, North Long Beach Community Action Partnership. And I think for us who are residents here, like it's not lost on us that our corridors need work. I think a lot of times people assume that we are happy with the status quo, or we kind of accept the fact that we have to go outside of our community for a lot of the kind of neighborhood serving resources that a lot of other areas in the city have. And that's just simply not true. We try to explain to people that if you come into our neighborhoods, we have these really nice neighborhoods. We're a very close-knit community. We have great neighborhood associations, but we don't feel like our corridors reflect that. And that's what we really would like our city leaders to understand and invest in. So we have veterans here, we have seniors here, we have lots of people with families. I have a 2-year-old and I'm expecting. So I want places where I can put my child in a stroller or take him for a walk and we can go get ice cream, or we can go to a local park facility. We need community serving spaces. We need kind of a neighborhood living room, right? Like I need a place where I can kind of bump in and interact with my community. And right now, we don't have corridors that are attractive for people to walk down, to interact. We don't have those types of amenities. And those are things that we here in North Long Beach want to need, and we're really looking forward to those coming and some of the developments that are being proposed. So as we walk along here, we're gonna be walking west on Artesia Boulevard towards Atlantic. You'll see a mix of different types of kind of neighborhood serving businesses. I think the biggest thing that you'll notice here is the lack of cohesive structure as far as planning. And I think that's what we notice as community members, and that is a concern to us and something that we'd really like to address moving forward. And we believe that there have been some developments already that we're going to get to in just a moment that actually represent what we as North Long Beach feel serves us best. For those of you who are really interested in what we're doing here in North Long Beach, if you're a resident, the best ways you can actually get involved are, 1, join your local neighborhood association. Right now, we're in the Hamilton Neighborhood Association. Next to this is the Grant Neighborhood Association. Like I mentioned, I'm part of the Deforest Park Neighborhood Association. Many of us are nonprofits. We're very, very active, and we would love to have you be part of that. The other way you can get involved is connect with us on social media. Many of us have social media pages. And then additionally, our council member puts out a newsletter every week with tons of information about our community. And so there's lots of ways to connect. And we're just nice people in North Long Beach. We love to talk about our community. We love to interact. We love to get new ideas. And we feel like that's what we fostered here with this kind of community-centered neighborhood empowerment model. And so one of the things we do try to promote here as part of the Uptown Business Improvement District is a lot of the businesses that we do have that are available. We have some really fantastic restaurants. I'm part of the Deforest Park Neighborhood Association. And one of the things we did pre-pandemic, and we're hoping to restart soon, is something called the Dine Out 90805, where we invite the community to come out, actually patronize a local business. A lot of times we think because our corridors are so unattractive, people don't tend to want to venture out and see what's actually available here already. And so we as a community have endeavored to increase the visibility of the businesses that we do have, and so that we can support them, because a lot of them are supported and run by local neighborhood people, and we want to make sure that they feel part of the development and changes that we see here in North Long Beach.
So we're going to walk down Artesia Boulevard. We're going to focus on some things that are great and some things that need improvement, but also thinking a little bit more like a resident and not just as a planner. So the planner in me might see a strip mall that's ugly, that has parking in front, but the resident in me might see businesses that are flourishing despite a pandemic, that are convenient, that are providing food and goods and services to the community. So we're gonna look at sidewalk condition, we're gonna look at buildings, we're gonna look at how an older community mix all together and how we blend that into the future and make improvements. Robert Earl's is a community institution. It's a great barbecue restaurant, but it had really outgrown its space. So as they expanded within their space there, the city really looked at what could we do. So the mechanics of what we did is it's a curb extension, which allows us to widen the sidewalk, bulb out the sidewalk, and then put in that great outdoor dining, which is the only dining that we can have right now at this moment. So it's turned out to be really important. So as you can see, as we get close to the intersection, the curb pulls out here. You can't have parking right against the intersection anyways. So what we're able to do is recapture this public right-of-way to do some additional sidewalk, put some nice trees in, which allows us to recapture this area for outdoor dining. It's a pretty standard curb bulb out, but it accomplishes a great deal with really a pretty small project and improvement.
So the development you have behind us is called Uptown Commons, and so it is a mix of coffee shop, it's a bank, some restaurants, obviously there's some drive-thrus here. I think it hits a lot of the points we've been pushing for as a community for quite some time. We didn't have specifically in the 9th District here in North Long Beach, we didn't have a bank. So now we have a bank, we have a Chase, which is fantastic. We also have some restaurants that are coming, a couple that are actually opening and having their grand opening just this coming Saturday, actually. And there's a nice outdoor patio area and eating and dining, and one of the big things that we really wanted to see is additional restaurants and sit-down restaurants here. I will say that there has been a little bit of controversy in the community just regarding the fact that because we're a little bit of an underserved community, we have had issues of inundation with drive-thrus, with fast food, and so with this development, and we understand that the city's jurisdiction over this area is limited. This did come with a Wendy's and some concerns around having another fast food establishment on a corner where we already have a McDonald's and a Carl's Jr. But I think for many of us in the community who've been pushing this for a really long time, we recognize when it comes to these developments, I would say that for this particular establishment, we definitely got more positives than negatives, and we recognize that there has to be a certain amount of give and take when you get developments like this. And I think from a community perspective and as a community leader, I'm really, really, really happy with the way this turned out. The community has definitely come out to support it, and so we're just really excited for this to kind of be that first kind of stepping stones to the additional developments we're going to be getting along the Artesian Atlantic Corridor.